Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Weber, first grade teacher at Ben Franklin. I'm here to talk to you about poetry writing today. Before we get started on the poem that we're going to write, an acrostic poem, which I'm sure maybe many of you have written before, I want to talk first a little bit about adjectives. When you write poetry, a lot of time you're describing how you feel, how something looks, how something smells, how something tastes. So I thought we'd take a couple minutes before we start writing our poem to look at this book. It's called If You Were an Adjective. Your teacher may have read it to you before, you might have heard it. I'm not going to read the whole entire book, I'm just going to read the first couple pages so we can start talking about what an adjective is. So an adjective actually is a word that describes a noun, and a noun is a person, place, or thing. If you look around yourself right now as you're watching this video, you can probably name 100 nouns easily. Hair, glasses, nose, shirt, book, right? So now we're going to talk about words that you would use to describe those nouns. So if you were an adjective, you would be colorful, brilliant, dazzling, feathery, many-legged, slimy. If you were an adjective, you would work side by side with nouns. A noun names a person, place, or thing. An adjective, as an adjective, you would be busy describing nouns. An elephant is a noun. If you were an adjective, you would tell us about the elephant. A gray elephant is gigantic and wet. The sparkling water cools down the hot elephant. Gray, gigantic, hot, all describe that elephant. Sparkling actually describes the water. If you were an adjective, you would tell us how a person, place, or thing looks. The slender swimmer snaps a photo of the enormous whale in the deep blue water. If you're an adjective, you would describe things. The teeny kittens are fluffy. The little piglets are pudgy and pink. The colorful peacock's tail is big and bright. If you're an adjective, you would describe how something sounds. The howler monkey is loud. The boa's movement is silent. The quiet mouse watches and waits. If you're an adjective, you would describe how something feels. The alligator's back is rigid and bumpy. All right, so those are some adjectives on how you're going to describe nouns. So the first thing you're going to do when you start thinking about what word you want to use in your acrostic poem, and that's the kind of poem that you write up and down, and every letter you think of something that describes the word that's written up and down, right? So a topic, person, place, or thing. You could do your name. You could do your friend's name. You could do the word mom, someone special, mom, dad, grandma, sister, brother, teacher. You could do an animal, cat, dog. You could do like a thing or an activity, baseball, dancing, ballet, ice skating. You could do a place, school, Ben Franklin, Shady Lane, right? So you got to, first thing you have to do is you have to think of your topic. Mrs. Weber decided to go with the word spring, and I know that might be kind of hard for you to see, and I apologize. So we have spring, and then what you have to do is you have to choose words or phrases that sound good and make sense and begin, this is important, begin with each letter of your topic. So if I've chosen the word spring, I have to think words and phrases that start with S, P, R, I, N, and G. So what I did was I started to take the word S, sprouts, and sunshine. Well, there's not much sunshine out there today, but some days this morning there was when I first woke up. Sprouts. My tulips are starting to sprout right outside my door here. Play outside in the spring. Rainy, really weird weather. We've had some of that, right? Because snow could probably go in my S too, right? Insects. Worms and bugs are starting to come out in the spring. New life. Birds are laying eggs and they're starting to hatch. Yeah, baby bunnies you're going to start seeing. Noisy birds. G, growing plants and green grass. So then what I did was I took the ones that I chose that I think are the best for my poem. I took sunshine, play outside, SPR, raining, I, insects, N, I took the noisy birds, and the G, I took the green grass. All right? So those are the ones. On your paper, you could just circle them. Just circle them so you know which ones that you want in your final poem. And then in your final poem, what you do is you take your word and you write it. And you make the word, those letters in spring or in grandma or in teacher, darker, just like this. So when you look at this, you can see the word spring right there, right? So I made it a little darker. You could also start writing these words with a different color and then spring would really jump out at you, except I wanted to make sure you guys could read them from far away. So here is my final copy. Sunshine, play outside, rainy, insects, noisy birds, and green grass. And then I started to decorate my edges with flowers and vines. You could put some sun up there. You could do whatever you wanted. Here is your acrostic poem. I know you guys are going to have a lot of fun doing this today. You probably can get a couple of them out there. I'm sure your teachers would love for you to have your moms or dads take a picture of it and send them to you so you could see, they could see what cool acrostic poems you guys have written today. All right, have a great day. Thank you.